Few times in my coaching career in Puerto Rico.
You lost a couple of things in Puerto Rico. Well, lined it up with Jackson. Jose Carrillo begins tonight for Team USA. Jackson wins.
Very unselfish group. Listen to this bury down low by Jackson.
Here's Waters, who has spent some time with the Celtics.
Nice
pass underneath. And then here is Jackson banging away.
How about that? Just burying this guy. Great position. Lays that step back. What a great feel for the game he has. Normally converts that one. I don't think he has a problem getting a table in New York City.
Not anymore.
Think he loves the game?
He's got something to prove, too. Here is Brandon Ingram.
He's got a pull-up game, step-back game, and a good defender as well.
Here is Ortiz.
Deep.
Brunson the rebound. Work his way into Jackson.
He's a confident kid. The tag. Well, that's just good strength.
New Orleans Pelicans. He had an injury in his tibia, though, in February, and that has prevented him.
Diaz in the Superior League.
That's right.
Ingram's got some game. Guy, right?
Alvarado. Grand Theft Alvarado, they call him. Here's Bridges. Lines up a three. He's got an unorthodox delivery, but he should.
Holly mentioned experience. Nice little discard. Kind of. And Brunson protecting that ball. He knows he's got a good defender on.
Had to clutch it midair. Got it back. Fires
pass.
Away.
What a good off the bench as this progresses. But how about that? Walk him up the lane. Nice slot.
Bridges found Brunson.
Nice run by Edwards.
There he is. Really lead Team USA. Nice backdoor. Pinheiro is able to put it home. That's
some NBA touches here and there. Mitch strong going to the rim.
Sure was. And look who's there. Confident looking shot.
Can't leave him though. Step on him.
Using his extension.
And without fouling too. Nice dive. Pretty pass.
The erasure by Jackson in the NBA this past season. And Jackson with his second bucket.
Nice mismatch, taking advantage.
Oh, Brunson stood him up. And tell how much work he's put in the offseason. There's Ingram. Ingram.
Look at the footwork.
Nearly got it to go. Ingram commits the foul.
He is clever. This kid's something else. In or out. Ringing the bell. Big time finish.
Nick's staff is here as well. Just like Pop. Both left-handers.
He loves the game, no question about it. Because, you know, we always say,
truly.
I think his dad would agree with that. He was more of a combo.
He's become a true second-round pick. And most of his time with the Boston Celtics, he's played off the Jackson screen. Brunson the fake finds Jackson. Ovation starting to take place. We'll tell you why in a moment. Speaking of good passes, Waters the handle of Brunson. So obvious how much he's worked on that. Misses the three. Ortiz the board by Bridges. Running with Brunson. He'll take it himself. After being traded to Brooklyn, his offense blew up in the second half, as you said. Austin Reeves, there are a ton of Reeves fans, including two of his aunts in the front row.
First saw him,
yep.
And of course then at Oklahoma. First look, how about
Waters lined up with Portis, launches the three. Rebound Edwardo. They got it back to Ingram for three.
Nice shot, finally taking advantage. Doing really a nice shot. That's the shot that they're all looking for. Generally a dribble drive.
Durant, now with the Phoenix Suns, he was part of that.
Understanding their work habits is just incredible. Nice little pull-up.
Portis and Johnson, and Austin Reeves with back-to-back buckets off the bench. Wow. With the Pacers this year, finds Portis, the elder statesman at 28 years.
Look at this kid. He is not afraid no matter the size guarding him.
By Orlando.
Look at this kid. He is not afraid at all.
Season. Did have a little bit of an injury issue, but played very well.
Open floor, just great footwork. You see Portis, who's a good defender.
For the chance to play for Puerto Rico.
I mentioned the one nice thing of Marcus not being here. You've got
off the bench, was third and sixth man of the year voting this past season. About this team's makeup, it's very young. No members of this team had any right now.
Cultivating these guys, they get accustomed to nice little kick. I would have brought the house down.
And the antes would have been up for sure.
Exactly.
Romero, Howard, Ford, along with Wheeler out there for Puerto Rico. Stephen Thomson Jr. rounds it out. Banchero, Reeves, Cam Johnson, Halliburton, and Portis for Team USA. And there is Thomson again.
That nice little screen. Halliburton just a little late on the challenge. You like this kid, don't you, Tyrese?
He was a killer this year. Best season of his young career.
A little half a flex there, going college on us. Pinned down.
Reeves trying to defend the bigger Romero in the post. Thomson finds him. Wow, that's a tough pocket pass.
And a nice seal, too, by Romero to present him. So, say goodnight on this one. Get out of his way, Wheeler.
And Carroll has his second bucket.
I'm impressed with his speed. Having seen him at Duke, he ran, but goodness, at practice, gets up and down, can turn it up.
And he's done that while still adding the size he's added. Romero flips it up and in. Ishmael Romero, Cuban-born, defected to Puerto Rico just a couple of years ago, was eligible to play for the national team.
Well, that open middle puts a lot of pressure on you individually. Reeves with another clean look.
Johnson, the offensive rebound. Halliburton for three. Oh, nice. Reeves did it again.
Nice ball fake.
He finds Banchero, does Halliburton behind the back for Tyrese. And it is going to stay at this end as Wheeler jumped down on Halliburton.
Oh, nice hand.
Reeves separates and scores again.
He's an offensive player, this kid. He can fill it up quickly.
Shot 40% from three, over 50% from the field, nearly 90% from the free throw line this year in his breakout season.
Yeah, having seen him, as I mentioned, at Oklahoma, he is an offensive wizard, really. Confident performer on that end.
Howard, look at the range. He buries the three against Portis on the switch. Portis leaking out with Johnson, and Johnson jams it in.
Got to get back defensively.
Whew. The pace.
This is USA. The speed, the ability to turn from one end to the other, magnificent.
Here is Howard. Pull-up jumpers. Rebound Portis. Reeves to Banchero, and a foul.
Pretty. See, we kept the man in abeyance. Both guys thinking they're going to have to help out. A little slip. That a big guy.
It does feel like, and I know you said this earlier, it's going to be a feeling out process for every team, because a lot of these teams, especially for the United States, they kind of get pumped together very quickly. Hey, learn yourselves, learn each other very fast so far.
Now, having done the NBA as often as you have, the similarities of a lot of the plays are there. That helps,
yes.
Don't you think?
Yeah, everybody's running pick and roll.
Right.
Everybody's running pin down. Everybody's running pick and pop.
Right.
There's 5 or 6 actions, and Steve Kerr talked about it. Complex is not a word that we're going to use.
No.
Everything is going to remain simple on offense, especially.
And obviously the individual talents can prevail.
Yep. Banchero splits, 3-point U.S. lead. And an offensive foul.
Romero, I think, on the pin down.
Indeed.
Big, strong meshing is really the key. How about the staff he has, huh?
Not too bad when you got a couple of NBA titles with Spoelstra, an NBA title as a coach for Lou, and a lot of wins for Mark Few. Johnson.
Good offensive player. Stand still shooter if you need it. Off the bounce, drilling.
Former North Carolina Tar Heel. Yeah, Huey remembers him a little bit too.
Sure. I think he started at Pitt, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
He's a Pennsylvania kid.
Yeah.
Howard, nice behind the back. Nice dish to Condit. Oh, careful there. Reeves was on the deck. Condit jammed it down.
But he was in position. Look at the run. Boy, you got to get back against this team.
Portis ends up drawing a late whistle and a foul.
Boy, did they shorten the floor, though.
Yeah.
Either the pass or the speed. It's one another, huh?
You don't become one of the highest scoring duos in college history without having some battles in the backyard or at the park, I would think. Foul on Wheeler was his first. Portis at the free throw line. Jordan,
special talent.
Yep. So now we'll see a little bit of staggering from Steve Kerr's unit.
First time extending the floor a little bit.
Yep. You got Johnson and Reeves and Halliburton even adding some pressure, and then Ingram and Jackson in the backcourt right now.
They do a great job getting side to side with their run-out screens at the end. Nice pass.
Condit, the move. Jackson, the tip. Deterred the shot. Halliburton. Ingram maneuvering. Oh, Philip Wheeler comes over for the denial.
What a save. Boy, not giving up on a play. Showed a great deal of kept it in play.
Tipped it to himself.
Yeah.
Jackson has improved his handle as well this past 2 seasons, but give credit to Philip Wheeler playing some strong D.
And also to help Condit too in the area. But Jackson is strong too. Big broad shoulders. Tried to zone up that out of bounds and then recover.
Late in the shot clock, Ingram launches and is way off. Here comes Puerto Rico. Down by 5, nearly halfway through the second. Condit, the touch to Thomson. Well, you like that little touchback. You like the ball movement from Puerto Rico so far.
Terrific with their field and understanding. It's not sticking with them at all. But they like that high-low pass.
Austin Reeves
Having some quarter.
off the bench. He's got 9.
I think he'll be a keeper with the Lakers. Huh?
Just signed a 4-year, $54 million deal. For an undrafted kid, that's pretty impressive to get that type of contract.
Matches your salary.
How did you get my records? Here comes Johnson on the baseline. Good defense by Condit again.
And Johnson gave the foul.
Indeed, that is a Johnson foul. Reeves, 9 points off the bench to help lead Team US. Shelves are going to be falling down. Great to see Jerry. He looks great.
I love it. These kids have embraced, too. It's more than just you.
First time that you see Howard and Waters playing together. Nelson Colon said that there will be stretches where they're on the floor together. Both ball handlers, but can play off as well.
Brunson's going to have to concentrate, keep Waters away from the goal. Ooh, Jackson with a pretty good block.
Ortiz on the drive that time. They will call the foul. That is now 2 on Jackson. It's the first U.S. player with 2 fouls.
What's really little foul problems this year, right? Average like 3 points something during the...
When Memphis struggled oftentimes, remember, they were without Steven Adams for a good portion of the season as well. So when Jackson got into foul trouble, they, as not only a shot blocker, but you said this correctly too, just the presence to deter and
intimidate almost.
Intimidate, very much so. Ortiz's first couple. And back to a 5-point game. So you got Edwards, Ingram, Brunson, Jackson, and Bridges.
A little zone look right now. USA has put some wrinkles in it. He's not accustomed to zones, but this will help.
Ooh, Jackson nearly flushed it. He kind of rolled his eyes thinking he should have had it.
That's the one thing. You're going to get offensive rebounds against this zone. There's no principles of checking out.
Here's Ortiz. Rebound Brunson.
Heads up always.
Finds his old buddy Mikal Bridges, and Waters snuck in from the backside. That would make Jose Alvarado proud on the sideline right there as he knocked it off U.S.
Well, that 1 year, SEC Defensive Player of the Year, Waters. A nice little field, gets it off the leg. Good call.
Ended up being a second-round pick, was the G League Rookie of the Year when he was with the Celtics playing in Maine as well. And has some international experience, too. Here is Waters. He's got 9 points to lead the way. Looking for Condit. Tough catch.
Condit does a great job rolling and presenting himself. Tough shot.
It was. Waters nearly got it. Brunson on the push. Finds Ingram. Got Ortiz out of the way, and it's going to be a defensive foul here. I thought maybe there was a shot Ingram would get called for it.
And a continuation, too. I love Brunson giving the ball up early.
Jose Carrion to ask him about that. So he and Romero each have 2. Pinheiro will check back in. And Brandon Ingram to the free throw line. If Brandon Ingram can stay healthy, he is one of the best scorers in the NBA. Had a great season, career high numbers, but only played 45 games as he dealt with ankle and toe injuries.
And attempts about 4 threes a game, too, so he can mix his game up.
39% shooter from outside this past season. North Carolina native, played his college ball at Duke. His dad, Donald, was a semi-pro player. He was good friends with Jerry Stackhouse. Stackhouse ended up being his AAU coach. And Stack's done a nice job.
Randy, yeah, he sure has. 6'9" small forward, though. It's amazing, isn't it?
You just shake your head going, are you, though? Are you a small forward at 6'9"?
Waters is very quick to retrieve the ball on dribble handoff or sprinting off of a screen.
He doesn't want to let the big guys have to handle it too much. Was looking for Condit. Good penetration on the defensive end by the U.S. Brunson was arguing that it should be off of Puerto Rico. Neither of the other officials agree. It'll be Puerto Rico ball 3 on the shot clock here.
Watch the lob, too. Or a pin down.
Into the corner. Tough shot for Howard. It's blocked by Edwards, and a shot clock violation. Anthony Edwards getting his hand on it.
A pretty good defensive set. They were prepared. Big challenge.
Boy, he works hard. We were told he passed up on a Young Jeezy concert on Saturday to go to the gym and work out. Another 3. This time it's Jordan Howard, his second of the night.
You got to lock in on those guys.
Yep. Well, U.S. pushing the pace after made baskets, too. Bridges, the turnaround. There's that extension in size.
Great poise and balance, too. Got to get back and cover.
But both teams, I think it's very common in international ball that teams take it out quickly after a made basket to try to push the pace. Oh, Brunson was looking for Edwards. Waters denied it defensively.
Such a clever kid, isn't he? This is a big challenge to him.
Well, he wants to prove himself, too.
Look at that step back.
A little behind the back action, too. Nearly got it to go. It's a travel on Jackson. A little bit out of sorts. Again, when you
really challenges the balance, that's that elbow play and running it down. Edwards, magnificent, big time bang, that's it.
Easy to respond to and absorb his info.
You can see how appealing he would be to players.
Yep.
Been there, he's won, been a champion as a player and as a coach. He's great compassion, nice delivery too. Hey guys, we got to get up and down, we get out running, get your win, get back into this game.
With 9 championships between playing and coaching at the NBA level.
Good defense. Who needs Jordan, huh? Nice
Edwards to Bridges!
Boy, did they pay attention about running.
We've been talking about it, pushing the pace, and he made a good point, Steve. I know you're getting your wind, getting used to the pace, but you want to keep sprinting.
Well, they do a nice job with that roll, don't they?
Condit and Waters have done a beautiful job connecting.
They got everybody spread.
And wanted him to play for the Puerto Rican national team. His dad, George, played college football at Iowa State. Of course, Condit, teammate of Tyrese Halliburton. Was undrafted in 2022, so he ends up landing for the Gigantes de Carolina. They were the top team this past year in Puerto Rico.
And of course, when he was in college, the 11th seed, they committed to beat LSU, Wisconsin. Sweet 16, lost to Miami.
And you just saw his hustle getting on the United States with 90 seconds left in the quarter.
One thing about Condit, he knows the game too. He knows how to open up, how to control his guy, create entry passes.
It's a Corliss High School in Chicago. And Condit frustrated at himself because he missed a couple of free throws. He missed a layup on the offensive rebound opportunity, but Nelson Colon gives him a nice hand as he comes off the floor.
Talented kid.
Every national team has to have at least one true citizen, natural-born player, but that's why you see a lot of California kids, a lot of United States kids on Puerto Rico's team that have some ancestry.
Nice save.
Oh, what a play by England to find Bridges. Puerto Rico, Pinheiro kind of gave up on the ball a little bit.
Yeah, goodness. USA did not. Nice steal here by Edwards in the passing lane.
Boy, he's playing some defense now, huh?
Nice look for an open three.
Brunson off target. Tap by Banchero. Grab by Holland. Here comes the 34-year-old from the Bronx.
Why is it always age with you?
Listen, I'm older than all of these guys. I'm starting to transition into that era of my life where I'm older than the players I cover.
A nice steal again by Waters. Played the passing line.
Nice. He is everywhere. And here he is here, too. Oh, behind the back, he was looking for Parker. Out of bounds, and it'll be United States basketball.
Boy, he's got a...
Half a minute to go. A 10-second different shot in game clock. Brunson, tough left-hand finish. His natural hand. First 2 points for Brunson.
That's a big challenge, he and Waters, too, isn't it?
You can tell Waters has taken this personally.
Oh, yeah.
A guy who would love to get back to the NBA. Shot clock is off for Waters.
Usually that ball screen, open middle, opens up a three-point shot. Oh, he's doing it on his own. Look at this footwork.
Oh, nicely done by Waters into traffic. A denial there.
Ingram gets the foul, I think. Boy, he can put you on skates, can he?
It's a nice move. It's a foul on Bridges. It'll be his first.
And that's the one time I think Nelson Colon doesn't mind him dancing with the ball.
Yep.
Keep control late in the shot clock. If you overhelp, he can distribute.
Waters in 2015 tried out for the Puerto Rico under-17 team. One of the Rico, hence why Waters has eligibility to play for the Puerto Rican national team. And 37 of his 40 games for Boston, short stints with Toronto and Washington, now the international career.
Yeah, over in France, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
France before he went to Puerto Rico.
Right.
And that's a common story with a lot of international players that you're going to see in the FIBA World Cup coming up. Let's see if Steve Kerr gets the substitution he wants. He might want Portis in. Again, even the coaches, there's little nuances as to when you can make the substitutions after a basket, after a free throw, etc. Portis will have to stay on the bench for this final 1.4.
Good job here, extending the floor defensively, trying to harass the inbound passer. Don't let anybody go deep. This is maybe a catch and a one dribble. Back screen and then step to it.
Edwards, one dribble and a launch. Ooh, nearly put it down.
He thought he had it too. Highly competitive.
Very much an NBA roster, and he was very good. The only Puerto Rican player with double-digit points, and he had 3 steals as well.
Yeah, talent and moxie.
Here's Brunson. Speaking of moxie.
He's gonna raise his game. He knows this young guy had a terrific performance in the first half.
So same 10 that started the game, start the second half. For the U.S., it's Bridges, Ingram, Edwards, Brunson, and Jackson. Holland, Pinheiro, Condit, Ortiz, and Waters for Puerto Rico. This is Pinheiro.
Take advantage of the mismatch now.
Oh, Brunson stood him up defensively. Pinheiro another chance. Got it to go.
Size prevails. Look for the USA team to push.
Just like that. Heard Steve Kerr imploring Team USA to push the pace a little bit and stay at that pace.
And notice Bridges starting on the automatic switch on the perimeter here. Once again, the little mismatch.
And that time Brunson defensively forces a turnover on Pinheiro.
How about that? Pinheiro a little bit upset. I think he was 6th man of the year in the league, if I'm not mistaken. In Puerto Rico, obviously.
Played in Latvia and Turkey, and now had a great run. Played at Portland State and San Diego in his college days. Picks up the offensive foul, his 2nd personal. Good rotation, Ingram.
Wow. A little too much help sniffing on that roll, that mid-screen roll.
How about this 7-2 run to start the 3rd quarter? The largest lead for the United States at a dozen. Waters cuts right back into it.
Can't go under on him.
Ingram to Jackson. Waters gets in there for his 4th steal, and in the midst, a foul is called.
Well, he has a feel for this game, doesn't he?
It was. In the scrum afterwards. Waters misses that free throw.
Hey, John, 14 on the shot clock.
Being told it was an unsportsmanlike foul. No technical officially, so it doesn't go down as a technical foul towards disqualification. Waters with 4 of the 6 for Puerto Rico here in the 3rd for Nelson Colon.
He's got to be impressed with his team. They're going to get a lot out of this.
Had a good conversation with him today, and a lot of the things that he implored, that he hoped to see from his team, we're seeing that so far. There's some good defense by Edwards and Ingram. And a blocking foul on Holland as he tried to step in front of Ingram.
Not a bad foul away. They had a nice open look at the corner.
United States has won 14 of 18 events when they've had a full roster of NBA players, but 3 of the 4 events they've come up short have been 3 of the last 5 World Cups. Trying to change that. Brunson, strong drive, exactly what you talked about, Rev. You got the sense that he was going to come out a little stronger.
Well, the Bankera on the floor. I'll get to it in a moment. Open steal.
Bridges, again.
How about that dexterity? You're going to see a lot of this in the next couple of weeks. Bankera playing the 5 spot. He can bring his guy out. Bridges.
Saturday, it's baseball night in America.
His ability to run the floor, more powerful than he was at Duke.
Yep.
And watching practice, his deep shot, he's got, look at the first time they've done that little half-court run and jump.
They use Bridges and Ingram with that length. Here's Ortiz for 3, rebound Ingram. You can tell they're trying to take Waters away a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Bridges is out there.
Ingram, an acrobatic attempt with Pinheiro all over him defensively, a foul.
How about the strength there by Ingram to get that? The attempt to block it. Now, this is just great footwork in the lead. By a Wildcat.
3 Villanova Wildcats on this roster, all of whom are very good friends. Bridges, Brunson, and the resting Josh Hart tonight. No injury, we were told, for Hart, just a rest day.
And DiVincenzo, those guys are going to know the subway system in New York. Right?
Yeah, opportunity for DiVincenzo with some money opened up for the New York Knicks. There's Hart, who came over in a trade.
Just great to watch this kid. Leaves everything out there, every performance, every practice. Does all the little things, the dirty things.
He's one of the absolute best rebounding guards in the NBA, Josh Hart.
And he's really polished up his offensive game, too.
Biggest lead for the United States at 14.
There's that run-out ball screen, empty side. Ortiz with a nice roll.
There's that kick by Bankero.
Good show by Bankero. And Bridges fighting over the top, too.
You said earlier, too, so many similar concepts at the NBA level. You see more switches in the NBA than ever, 1 through 5. And you're kind of seeing that right now with Banchero at the 5.
Now, if a big guy can't handle a ball screen, you can't play in this league.
Yep.
Or the NBA, I should say.
That's quite the advantage in the international level.
Once again, Banchero with a great show.
Yeah.
Down to 1.
Tough shot, would not go for Ortiz, and here comes Brunson for Edwards.
Oh, look at this pass.
To Ingram, to Brunson, open 3. Long rebound to Brunson.
Nice pass again.
Edwards. That won't go. It's Bridges with the offensive rebound. Third chance. That's short.
Great hustle, though. Got to stop the ball.
It's Waters. A pull-up pop. Would not go. Good hustle at the other end by Condit and an and 1.
Kid gives you effort. He's got a great motor. The more you watch him, boy, never gave up on that particular play. Commitment. Out wrestling. Big-time effort.
And for the first time, we'll see Ethan Thomson, the younger brother of Steven. Of course, their father, an assistant at Oregon State. Very good basketball family. Ethan plays for the Windy City Bulls.
And Steven spent some time with the other day, the dad, an assistant at Oregon State, but more importantly, overcame playing for Jim Boeheim for 4 years. He loved it. Loved every moment at the Cuse.
Jimmy was a big part of USA basketball as well on their coaching staff. Just recently retired after his Hall of Fame career at Syracuse. Thompson blocked by Ingram. Numbers for the United States. Banchero with the ball fake.
Nice.
Off to Edwards.
Look at all the white shirts at that end. 4-on-1. Talk about receiving the message from Steve Kerr and responding.
Draymond enjoyed that. Edwards with 8. Again, very balanced effort for the United States. Bridges and Ingram have 10 to lead the way.
And as we said earlier, these kids have only been together 2 days.
Yep.
In practice.
Well, look at them running out. All those white jerseys getting down the floor, including Brunson.
He does that so well in college. The fake handoff and keep going.
A little bit of that from Luka Doncic while he was in Dallas. Kind of picked up on that. And obviously being a lefty, it's a little bit of a different look. Interesting to defend. Foul on Waters was his second.
It really does confuse the defender because you feel I may have to switch on the handoff, and then he accelerates.
What a skilled young player this is in the NBA, and really started to add the attitude. The confidence was on display. I mentioned it. Jalen was supposed to get married to his now wife, Allie, on September the 2nd, but when he found out what the schedule was for Team USA and their FIBA World Cup run, decided, let's move this up. Got married last week with plenty of the boys in attendance.
A lot of guys would have gotten away with that.
Allie is a very understanding partner. Brunson's got 6 of his 8 here in the third quarter.
Look at the harassing here.
Bridges on Wheeler out there.
And Edwards on Water. Tough shot. They're really challenging everything now.
This has been a nice third quarter defensively for Team USA. Edwards against Waters. The turnaround off glass.
Big time kiss out of Georgia.
Into double figures goes Edwards, and the lead is up to 17.
What strength and upper body he has.
And you can just tell he's gotten bigger in the offseason. Aleem Ford, he did a lot of that in Wisconsin for Greg.
Wisconsin, sure. Pleasant young guy, too.
Georgia kid. Played his college ball in Madison.
Yes, he lives in Atlanta, right?
Yep. Speaking of Georgia, there's Edwards, who now leads the way for Team USA with a dozen. Got 8 in this third quarter.
They're just scratching the surface as a team, this group.
Here is Ford on the other side. Oh, Wheeler came flying in.
Not against that guy.
Oh, and Wheeler got his fingertip on that Banchero pass. Wheeler with a clutch block by Banchero.
A floorboard. Look at this effort.
Thomson, no. Condit does it again. Playing some exciting ball.
That is incredible.
And Steve Kerr called the timeout. Good hustle.
Here, look at that strength. Ability to finish. Edwards looking for the foul. But down at this end, not enough guys recovered, and Steve was upset. There's only 2 white shirts down here. And just imagine, boy, get the hardware store in here. We need some new nails on these boards. What a great effort.
Well, Condit has done a lot of his damage opportunities to his credit. He's got 12 points. Second. The short trip from LA to Las Vegas.
A lot of Laker fans.
Absolutely. I saw a 13 Laker jersey as well. clock issue here, perhaps?
Yeah,
Shot clock will
reset
reset.
on the kick.
So you got Cam Johnson with Edwards, Banchero, Halliburton, and Reeves. There was some talk about who the starting lineup would be, and I get the feeling that over these next 5 games, that's still going to change a little bit. Certainly the rotations will.
It might be game to game even.
Sure.
I mean, all these guys can contribute at a high level.
There's Reeves.
The more they're together, the more understanding of what position on the floor, where you want the ball. And he can really light it up when he wants to. Really.
11 in the corner for Anthony Edwards now.
What a career he's going to have. Started pretty good.
He's doing okay.
Yep.
Just 22 years old. Waters working with Romero. Nice dive and a foul called on Banchero as he tried to recover defensively.
Boy, he just showed, trailed. I mean, that's just a terrific defensive set.
So as this showcase continues, the next 2 games will be overseas in Spain, Saturday and Sunday. They'll take on Ricky Rubio, who's been an absolute star on the international stage for Spain, has said that he's going to take a break for his mental health, which certainly I respect and appreciate. And Rubio's going to take some time away, but they have the Hernan Gomez brothers. They still have Rudy Fernandez, who's been one of the great players in Spanish basketball history.
Big time challenge, I think.
It's going to get harder. Yep. It is going to get a little bit harder as these showcase games go.
A little disagreement on the inbounds. I think a challenge? Yeah, review on the who's out of bounds.
And there is one challenge 15 years, the speed, the athleticism, the physicality for these players at both international and NBA levels.
Right, and fundamentally sound as well. You throw that in the mix. That's why it's so tough defensively.
Yeah. Nice move by Wheeler to get free. Rebound by Reeves. After the deflection.
They don't hesitate.
Halliburton to Banchero. The kick for Reeves. Cross court, Banchero to Johnson.
Love the ball movement, though. So unselfish. Doesn't stink.
18 assists on 31 baskets. Wheeler and scores it against Reeves and a foul.
And there's that open middle again. It is devastating. Try and contain the bounce. Clever use. Reeves
had a short stint in the G League with Minnesota and now playing in Puerto Rico.
Very good in transition, fast without the ball, great cutter. Can't get your mom mad at you though.
Maybe bring back some good stuff from Italy, perhaps. Johnson, Portis, Halliburton, Reeves, and Bridges, the 5 for the U.S. Portis over Wheeler.
That mid-post is tough. It's an ISO.
Because of all the movement away from that ISO in the high post, mid-post, you can get a lot of looks in that mid-range.
Well, you can also turn and attack, too. You got to be wary defensively.
There's a switch. Reeves on Howard, along with Wheeler and Ford and Romero and Thomson. Howard, late in the clock, has to force it up.
A good job by Reeves. Missed him down the floor.
Johnson in the paint. Got it.
Great. Not just a three-point shooter.
Yep.
He's got a little mid-range game in him, too.
And the best year of his career shooting from the field this past season between Brooklyn and Phoenix. Bridges against the bigger Romero here. Nice footwork by Romero. Good defense by Portis. On the help.
Again, Reeves really reads the... Look at this cut.
Off to Johnson.
Overpowering. That offensive flow. Quick hitter.
Beautiful pass by Halliburton. His 8th assist today, Rad. A 19-point lead, the largest for the U.S.
They are deep and talented.
It is Howard. Rebound Reeves.
Always looking up, though.
There's that ISO. Portis.
Once again. He's just giving Durant a little something on the side of Jimmy Green.
Bobby Portis is a true energy player. He did some good work as a starter with some injuries that the Bucks dealt with, but he was spectacular off the bench for Milwaukee this year. Earned himself a new contract as well. Here is Ford. Rebound.
Steve has them playing great defense. Now, this staff they have, you don't know how talented they are as coaches.
Portis again. Tipped alive by Bridges, and he corrals it. And And he draws a foul on Thomson. Ethan will commit it. And a couple of shots coming.
Nice little wrinkle a little bit. Yeah. Challenger guy.
23 double-doubles, and then added 15 more when he was a starter this year for Milwaukee.
New coach, right?
Adrian Griffin taking over for the Bucks.
Seton Hall youngster. Overcame PJ.
As many of us have.
And still survived.
Hope you're watching PJ tonight. Final seconds. It's Wheeler against Reeves. Good defense. Somehow he got it to Thomson, but the defense in that quarter.
Perfect defense that turns it into easy scoring opportunities at the other end.
So Johnson, Halliburton, Portis, Reeves, and Bridges, the five still out there for Team USA.
I don't know if we'll see Jackson again.
That's some foul trouble, and maybe some other guys can mix in. Maybe we'll see Walker Kessler get an opportunity as well. He's the only player that was active tonight that has not played yet.
It's not a reflection on his ability.
No.
He's a keeper.
Again, I think some of that has to do with the wind as well, as you were talking about.
Right.
Condit picks up the offensive foul, the turnover. 14th giveaway by Puerto Rico.
Portis is the center of this group. There's the blow by.
Halliburton.
Tyrese.
Forget Ames. He just signed his big max extension too. A long way from Ames. 5-year, $260 million for Halliburton.
He does a great job spinning the boy. Well prepared defensively.
Another push. Portis, the seal, was able to run it down. Reeves on the attack. Portis on the tip-in.
What effort. You had mentioned the energy, I should say. A little kiss, deep.
Wave out the basket, foul on the floor on the United States. On
but
Bridges.
Flexibility of the lineup. That's just multi-positional guys. Good handle, good understanding.
Now, this is about as small of a lineup as Team USA is going to put out there, with, as you mentioned, Portis playing the 5 essentially. Bridges on Waters. It seems fitting somehow.
Yeah, nice curl and get back.
Condit trying to corral it. He does. Howard lines it up for 3.
Well, he's got a great quick release though. Didn't make it, but boy, doesn't need much space.
Portis. Thomson the rebound.
If he made that, I don't know what he'd do as an encore. I got an offensive foul.
Indeed, an offensive foul. Condit can't believe it. And he was upset at it. You saw Jason Steele and John Conley talk about it. It's going to be a
double, I think.
Yeah. And the Bobby chants here in Las Vegas. He hears a lot of this at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee.
I bet he does. I'm wrong. Here comes Jackson for a few more minutes. Boy, not only talented, these kids, but they are competitors.
Yes. Bobby Portis. I remember talking to Joakim Noah about Portis, and he called him an energy guy. And I said, what do you mean by that specifically? Because you hear the word energy guy, and you're thinking, oh, he comes off the bench and he gives you a spark. And he goes, no. Not only that, he's the energy guy in the middle of February when you're closing in on the All-Star break and you're playing 3 games in 4 nights and you don't want to play. He's the one that gets you going in the locker room as Bridges knocks down the jumper.
Just making it get the good one.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That's a good point. In an 82-game season, you need guys who are willing to get you going in games 54 and 55 in the middle of the season.
Johnson with a good challenge. Look at the little tip here.
Halliburton to Johnson.
Pretty. Quick timeout. Showing it on right now. Lucy.
Years and have made it tough on whomever has matched up with them. They had Denver in the early rounds of the playoffs en route to Denver's title. Just the effort, you're seeing it.
It's unbelievable. Thomson very good with his shots at the rim.
Oh, step through by Jackson.
Boy, talk about agility at that size.
He's into double figures. 20 straight points for the United States.
Automatic switch on Waters. You can't give him any cushion.
You know, you mentioned it, Raph. They've obviously got so much flexibility 1 through 5 with the switching, but it's a lot of length regardless of who's on the guard.
Oh, that step back.
Ooh, that was nice. That was nice.
He can be nasty.
Finally breaks the 20-0 run. Johnson looking to answer.
Again, that's part of the overall philosophy. Get yourself down the floor, shorten it with good passes.
And you don't have to take the shot. You don't have to force, but Steve Kerr wants them to set up early.
Play free.
Waters that time tried the left hand.
And look at Johnson out on the floor again.
Halliburton takes it all the way. Good recovery by Condit. Appreciate his hustle.
Look at him go, too. He just gives it.
Yeah, he goes right to the post. Good defense by Bridges. Reeves was looking to split. Whoa. Looking for Bridges on the cut.
Yeah, I think he must have slipped out of his hand.
Yep. And a foul on Reeves. I saw Reeves' mouth there. My fault.
Yeah.
It's a little bit in a rush. It's okay.
You know, it was a pretty good jump to contain the dribble, too. Just got the body in there.
Tamaj Parker Rivera will check in for Puerto Rico. Wholesale subs will reset the lineup here. Bridges comes out, so Brunson, Johnson, Jackson, Halliburton are out there, along with Reeves. For Puerto Rico, Wheeler and Ford, with Howard and Holland, and Parker Rivera. Here's Howard trying to escape Reeves.
Hey, Reeves moves his feet. That pretty good counter.
Yep.
Howard, we know he can score.
Reeves, the fake.
Nice look.
Brunson to Johnson. Short. Oh, Brunson got it back somehow.
Jackson wanted that three, I think.
Yeah, he did. Brunson to Reeves. 4-3.
Wow. They generally don't miss those open looks at this level.
I agree with you, though, on Reeves defensively. I saw a lot of him late in the season. Good denial that time at Jackson, the rebound. Well, Reeves really puts his nose in there defensively.
Very competitive.
Brunson. Johnson flies in and got it to go somehow.
He's more than just a shooter,
Yeah.
the more you watch him.
Cam Johnson, 27-year-old from Pennsylvania by way of North Carolina. See, there's Reeves right there.
Right out, right there, good containment.
And an offensive foul on Parker Rivera. He got a tackle. He suffered a knee injury, so didn't get to play in the run to the goal. Nice slip to Jackson from Halliburton.
Again, the open middle.
Double-digit assist for Halliburton tonight, Rab. I'll tell you this quick story about Steve Kerr. My father passed away about 5.5 years ago, and if you know anything about Steve and his history with his father Malcolm, who was essentially assassinated in Lebanon as the president of American University, the first game I did, nice recovery by Ingram and a foul. The first game I called after the passing of my father was a Golden State game in Minnesota. So I go into Steve Kerr's office with the aforementioned PJ Carlos and all. And Steve, we do a pregame interview with him, and I was going out of the office, and Steve said, "Hey, come on back, and just an extra 2 minutes," and asked me about my father. I guess PJ had let him know what had happened. And just those 2 minutes made me feel so much better about everything that is respected and appreciated what Steve did for me in 120 seconds in his office while he had those moments. That, I hope, gives you a little bit of a sense. If you didn't already hear story after story about Steve, I hope that gives you a little bit of a sense of the type of person that Steve Kerr is.
Yeah, the warmth, the strong character, the style, his understanding of people, his feel. Just a very compassionate guy.
Truly.
And obviously, he's done good coach.
Pretty good what he's done, and he's had a lot of good teachers. Phil Jackson, Greg Popovich at the top of that list. Want to talk about the championship pedigree. Walker Kessler is indeed into the game, so he gets his first run. First team all-rookie selection last year with the Utah Jazz.
Try and get him going a little bit, too.
I'd love to see him get some touches here. Brunson gets bumped by Aleem Ford. Walker had a lot of great basketball influence in his life. Alec, chief among them, is a very athletic family that Walker comes from. And boy, I think he was a steal at number 22. The Grizzlies drafted him before they traded him to Utah. And then he got flipped 2 weeks later as part of the Rudy Gobert trade. And Walker Kessler, frankly, had a much better season than Rudy Gobert did for Minnesota. What a year for Walker Kessler.
Well, they were trying to blend in Minnesota.
They were, yeah, absolutely.
Two bigs together.
Cat and Rudy.
I think Billy Cunningham was the owner of the Heat when that happened.
Man, Billy's had some impressive connectivity, as many longevitous people do. Good defense by Halliburton. Nice pick by Howard to end the break.
But his scouting report against this USA team is you must retreat. and identify. You can't let them go up and down, get some easy baskets. I mean, mentally, it's punishing.
Here is Kessler getting a touch, trying to knife through, got his own miss and a whistle.
Too much traffic for his footwork in there.
Yep. Does draw the contact.
Feet.
He's the 4th leading shot blocker in the NBA this year, 173 of them. And he was a top 5 offensive rebounder in terms of percentage in the NBA this season.
And Grant and I were talking earlier in the week about he's got a great ability on a drive off his man of going over and blocking the shot without fouling.
Yeah.
And he just knows how to slide by, reads things well. He's got a nice touch too.
He shot 72% from the field this year. Here he is, moving his feet pretty well on that defense, although he's going to get called for it. He was moving pretty well, though, there, to his credit, against a guard.
This is going to help him. Daily workouts against this level, skill level, competitiveness.
Banchero will come back into the game. So 2 all-rookie selections, and of course, Banchero, the Rookie of the Year. He'll defend the inbound. Banchero could have represented Italy as well. He's an Italian citizen on his dad's side. Happy to represent Team USA.
He's going to have a hard time getting a reservation in an Italian restaurant, I think. They were so despondent, you know.
That's right. He's going to have to let Mario make the call instead. Nice finish at the rim for Wheeler. 3 minutes left. Edwards over Wheeler. Short. There's Kessler with the offensive rebound.
Nice pass and cut.
Edwards to Halliburton for 3.
Easy game, huh? Nice kick out.
A 40-point advantage, a dominant second half for Team USA. Run! Looking inside, Howard to 4. Not an easy pass. That was nice.
There's that fake handoff again, huh?
And he was going to his right that time, too. He's showing the dexterity.
So good at that. I think the only puzzle for Steve is rotation.
Yep.
You know, like, everybody can play. Trying to fit them in. It might go according to opponents, too.
Yep.
Matchups.
And I imagine it's tough, too. Not a lot of tape, not a lot of film on the opposing teams that you're seeing, at least early in the tournament.
Early, yeah, that's the hard part.
Yep. Well, that's bad. Well, how about that staff? Kerr, Spoelstra with 2 titles and made the finals this year. Few's got almost 700 wins at Gonzaga. And then Tyronn Lue won a couple of titles as a player. And then, of course, as part of that LeBron James team as the head coach in 2016 that won the title for the Cavs.
You know, Few has a lot of the temperament of Steve Kerr, by the way.
Sure.
It's just a nice, easy, demanding, wants certain things done.
Sure.
But just, like, lovable for players. And that sells. It sells more and more with the current demands.
Brunson's done. You mentioned it, Raph. Just what he does outside of just scoring. 11 points, 12 rebounds for Jalen Brunson tonight.
The great choreographer.
Banchero, speaking of footwork and choreography, is able to draw the foul with the Euro step to the rim.
We're starting to sound like Bob Fosse here with our...
Get those jazz hands up, Raph. You see Brunson and Bridges, the 2 Villanova Wildcats that we talked about in the Open.
Playing under Jay Wright, we turned out okay.
And we could get a restaurant reservation in any place in Philadelphia we want to.
And they sure can. And New York now.
And New York now, yeah. They're helping to run the city. Stars for the Knicks and Nets now. Loose ball to Kessler. Good stuff from Walker Kessler off the bench in these final minutes.
He's mobile enough to help on ball screens, too. Knows how to check out as he does here. Didn't come up with it, but...
He's sizable.
I like the teaching moments out of this. I think when they look at tape.
Yeah.
When he didn't get back, didn't bounce the floor, didn't push it.
Attention to detail is so important.
Yeah. Nice hands that time. Johnson.
Reeves to Halliburton with the hammer.
Give the assist to Johnson. He's the one that started it.
Yep, great defense at that end of the floor. 30 29-8. Basically over the last quarter. Tough shot, good one there from Howard. Smooth.
Well, he can ring him up.
80 seconds left. Halliburton with another assist. Kessler finishes it. That's 12 dimes.
The hands for Kessler are impressive as well, but you're right, Halliburton. This fills it up, doesn't he, that sheet?
He's got such good floor vision. Oh, wow, that would have been something from Wheeler had he put it down. It'll be Team USA ball.
And that's Kessler's presence, though. Didn't get a block, but...
That you said. Banchero with the clutch and the jam.
Say goodnight.
Little punctuation on this second half route. Wheeler.
Look at the challenge even there.
Banchero.
Yep. Nice pass and run.
Kessler unable to finish.
Boy, Reeves, even in Oklahoma, I love the way he passed the ball.
Yep. Howard. Yes.
That's one to look at. How could you leave him open?
Guy scored almost 3,000 points in college, man.
Gotta know. Recognize.
A 5-second difference here. Shot and game clock. Here comes Ford. Impressive second half from Team USA as they finish off Puerto Rico to start their showcase run.
Hello guys. Hello. How are you? I hope you will enjoy this video. I hope you will enjoy the video. Hi guys. Hi guys.